Okay guys, so I was working on this mix and I ran into a situation where the background vocals just weren't sitting the way that I needed them to, and I want to demonstrate the problem to you and talk about what I did to fix it.
At McCrae Music.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm richly blessed. Pray that you are as well. All right, background vocals are my thing, right? Just vocals in general. That's probably my favorite part of mixing, is mixing the vocals and just nice, thick harmonies and things, interesting stuff happening with background vocals. So that usually is not a point of contention for me when it's time to mix. But in this particular mix that I was working on, it just wasn't working. And it kind of goes back to what I talked about in last week's video about mixes not translating. Well, this is that mix. And one of the things that I was having difficulty with was getting the background vocals to sit right in the mix. It just wasn't. When they were there by themselves, it was great. When the lead vocal in the instrument and the music was there, it was great. But at a particular part in the song where everything came in heavy, the backgrounds, the lead vocal, and the full instrumental, it didn't fall apart, but it just didn't sit the way that I wanted to. I tried automating volumes up and down. It just became real muddy and it just wasn't doing what I needed to do. And so, you know, as an engineer, right, let's trace down the problem, right? So we traced it down and discovered that the issue was with the background vocals. And the first issue was kind of the background vocals and how they were sitting within the instrumental. Was able to do some simple panning things to deal with that. I'd already EQ'd some stuff already, so the EQ was fine. I just needed to kind of bring them in a little bit so they didn't clash with some of the other things that were going on. But then I discovered that the issue was between the background vocals and the lead vocal, where no matter what I did, they just fought each other. They just fought each other. And you know, the nature of the song kind of had something to do with it. It's not, as you'll hear in a few moments, it's not a type of song where there's like pockets where the lead vocal can come into ad-lib. The backgrounds are going and the lead vocal is just going full force ad-libbing throughout the whole last chorus of this song, which is typical for gospel and R&B style songs. And so the way that I fixed it was through the usage of mid-side EQ. That good old Pro Q, Fab Filter Pro Q4 came through again. I'm gonna take you into the mix and show you what it is that I did. If you're not familiar with mid-side, basically it's going to allow us to apply a EQ curve that is just going to deal with the middle of the stereo field or the sides or outside of the stereo field, or you could even do just one side, the right side or the left side. And Pro Q4 allows us to do that. Let's take a look at what that looks like and how it fixed the problem. You're probably gonna wanna put headphones on for this, as it'll be easier to hear, I think. Before we do, please take a quick moment and like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. The subscription numbers have gotten up to a really good point, and I've got some cool stuff coming for you guys in the near future. We'll talk more about that then. But without further ado, let's get into the mix here and see what happened and how we fixed it. Okay guys, so here we are in the mix. Let's take a look at what the background vocals sound like when they're by themselves versus what they sound like when everything comes in with the lead vocal. And you'll hear what I was talking about there in the intro. So here's the backgrounds by themselves on this part of the song.
Wanna be a sanctuary. It takes, I'm gonna do it, whatever it takes, I'm gonna be living sacrifice, holy and true.
Beautiful, nice, crisp, clear backgrounds. Beautiful. All right, now the problem comes when we come to this part of the song where everything comes in. Let's see what this sounds like. So the backgrounds are there, but they're just not sitting the way I need them to sit. it was not a panning issue, right? So I tried to adjust the panning. I actually did adjust the panning. The background vocals were a bit wider before, so I brought them in, which helped with the music because I had some horns and some things happening where it was just kind of a little muddy. So bringing the backgrounds in a bit definitely took care of that with the instrumental. But then I discovered the issue was the backgrounds were clashing or fighting with the lead vocal. Once I got to that point, it's like, okay, I need to find a way to get the background, have the background vocals be present, but get them out of the way of the lead vocal. Volume changes and such didn't work because the backgrounds needed to be present. If I could have had the backgrounds way in the back, it wouldn't have mattered, but they needed to be present. They're a crucial part of the song. So then I realized, with the help of the Lord, mid-side EQ. So here's what I did. Here's my background bus, right? And I have it off right now so you could hear the issue I was having. And what I needed to do was get the background vocals out of the middle of the mix because that's where my lead vocal is, right? Here's the lead vocal right here. It's panned dead center, right? As a lead vocal should be, is dead center. And so I want to get really my backgrounds out of the way. And the great way to do that is mid-side EQ. So here what I did is I automated, so it's off right now. On this part of the song, this is going to come in. And what I am doing is I am bringing some of the mids out here because this is where the vocals live right in here. Let me just put it in so you can see. When this comes in, I'm bringing out or pulling out the upper mids here towards the top end, but really this is upper mids. I'm pulling that stuff out just in the middle. You can see this M right here, and that lets us know that that is just doing the mid, right? Now, how did I do that? Let me pull up another instance of, a fresh instance of Pro Q4, because I don't want to mess up what I have right here. And if you want to switch a band, a frequency band, to be mid or side, meaning it's just going to impact the middle or the sides, right? What we can do is, if I come here and I do a band here right down below, I can go, it says stereo by default. I can click on that and I can do whatever I want. If I just wanted to do mid, I could do mid, sides, or just left or just right, right? And you'll see that it begins to put those little icons there to let me know that that is what I'm dealing with, right? So I'm pulling that out. Let's get that out of here. I am pulling this out right here to let because that's where the vocal is living, right? So that way it'll get out of the way of the lead vocal there. And then I'm also doing a little bit of that over here too with the low end. I probably heard some stuff happening there too that I wanted to kind of pull out. So let's see, I'm gonna turn this off and let's see what it sounds like when that comes in. Much better. You can hear that and you might want to put headphones on. I'm gonna play it again. You might want to put headphones on. You can clearly hear that it's like the background vocals get pushed out to the sides, right? It's almost like they almost become a little bit wider, right? I'm gonna play it with it out and then I'm gonna put it in and let's see what happens. See how as soon as that comes in, it's like the background vocals kind of part like the Red Sea and let the lead vocal sit right where it needs to sit, all right? So this is a great thing to do, all right? So if you have a situation where, sometimes when things aren't sitting right or things are fighting with each other, sometimes it's a volume issue. We can move faders up and down and deal with that. Sometimes it's just a regular EQ issue. Sometimes it's a panning issue. But in a case like this, where it literally is something that sits in the same frequency range, so I don't want to just kill this overall, because then that's going to really kill the background vocal everywhere. I really just wanted to get that frequency out of the middle in this case, or let's say the opposite. Let's say I wanted to get it out of the sides. I could do the same thing. All right, let's play it one more time. I'll take it out and then in a couple times. I'll play it all the way through the chorus. Put your headphones on. I'll leave it in to start, and then I'll pull it out, and you can hear the difference. Got the job done. All right. So this is great. This is why you want to take time to learn different techniques. You want to take time to learn the different tools and things that are available within your plugins. This is why you want to go back and watch the videos in our EQ series and compression series and just the different things that we've done even here on this channel, so that when you run into situations like that where it's like, man, I'm having a hard time, you have different tools in your toolbox that you don't always pull out, but when you need to pull them out, they're there. Pull them out and get the job done. All right, so I hope that helped you, right? Go back and watch the video that I did last week on, if you didn't see it yet, on mixes not translating, because that can be a very frustrating thing, and frustration and solving problems tend to not mix, right? So, we don't want to be frustrated. We want to figure out what the issue actually is, and once we pinpoint what the issue actually is, then we can go into our bag of tricks. And that's why watching videos like this or wherever else it is that you get your audio engineering fix is really great, because it gives you a deeper bag of tricks that you can pull out when you need to pull them out to get done what you need to get done. All right, I hope that this really helped you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in another video. Look out for Production Tuesdays on Tuesday. If you don't know, on Tuesday we do music production videos here on this channel. We do track hookups, we do other music production stuff, tips and tricks and things that deal specifically with music production. So I'll see you there, or I'll see you again for whatever else it is that I'm doing on this channel. All right, peace.